So, so I had this revelation today. For all creation groans, waiting for the sons of God to be revealed, and what that's implying is that God has communicated and revealed to creation what the gospel truly is, and that Jesus Christ has borne humanity's sin, and He condemned sin in His flesh, and when He died, and when He rose again, He said He made all things new. So that means mankind is a whole new species. But what I realize is if you think about that verse, all creation's groaning for the sons of God to be revealed, it means that creation is waiting for the sons of God to speak to it, and to speak the gospel to it, and to, if you want to say this, enforce the gospel, or use our authority as sons of our Father to bring the gospel to pass in creation. And I was thinking about that as it relates to healing, and I was like, sometimes we think healing is such a mystery, and we can't figure out how things won't leave or why things won't heal. But our human bodies are part of that creation. And so our human bodies are waiting for the sons of God to be revealed. Meaning our human bodies, as well as creation, are waiting for the sons of God to speak to it and to declare the gospel to it. Because it's the gospel that liberates us. It's the good news of what Jesus has done that sets us free.
Yeah.
And it's not that we have to do anything. We just have to speak it, and we have to declare it, but we have to have a revelation and understanding of what Jesus has done. And when we speak to the creation and declare the gospel to creation, the creation will respond to the gospel. And so that's why it's groaning, is because it's waiting for humanity to speak the gospel to it, so that it can respond to the gospel and be liberated from its corruption and from its decay. And so I had this revelation a week ago, and I remember that verse from Andrew, or the message from Andrew, and he was sharing a testimony about people in England that their son had been born with some kind of bone cancer, and they got a hold of the revelation of what the gospel is and what Jesus had accomplished, and all they did to see their son heal is they spoke to their son's bones, and they spoke to their son's body, and they said, "Body, bones, I've got good news for you. Jesus Christ has borne this cancer. This is not your cancer to bear. I've got good news for you. Jesus Christ has borne all of your sickness and your infirmities. I've got good news for you, so you be healed, so you be whole. I've got good news for you. Jesus took this, so you don't have to, so you be healed." And their son got healed of cancer. Whatever the kind it was a crazy cancer. But their son got healed from them speaking the gospel to his body.
Yeah.
And his body is part of that creation that's groaning and waiting for the sons of God to be revealed. And so I just had this revelation. Sometimes we just have to speak to our bodies and declare the gospel to it. It's not that we have to command this or that all the time and try to believe for a miracle, but we have to tell our bodies, hey, Jesus Christ has borne this sickness. He's borne this pain. Hey, body, don't worry about it. Don't be in fear. Don't be in shame. Don't feel condemned. Jesus Christ has borne all my condemnation. He's borne all my shame. So whatever this infirmity is, I speak to you and I just declare to you, Jesus Christ has borne this infirmity and He's borne the sickness. So you have to leave. So body, you be at peace. Body, you be healed. And that was kind of the revelation that came to my mind when we were praying for Gracie, and I was praying for, we were rebuking the rash and commanding it to go. And I just heard this voice say, declare the gospel to it, speak the gospel to it. And right when I just declared the gospel, hey rash, Jesus Christ has borne all affliction, you have to go. Jesus Christ has borne all of her infirmity, you have to go. Right when I did that, I felt the power of God release, and something broke, and all of a sudden I just knew she was healed, and the rash would start to clear. And that's when I told her, don't worry, it's done, it's over, it's finished, that thing's going to go away now. And I had started to see it start to go away, but I knew within a certain amount of time it'd be completely gone, and now it's completely gone. And is it completely gone?
I think so.
Yeah.
In about half an hour.
So I just had this revelation about that verse, that the creation, meaning our bodies, meaning plants, meaning animals, and everything that's been created by God is waiting for the sons of God to be revealed and to recognize our authority We are now the sons of God. We've been brought back into a fellowship with our Father and brought back to a right relationship in this union with Him where we have intimacy and our authority has been restored by Jesus. And so He's given us the great privilege now. You can say it's a responsibility, but it's a privilege to walk around revealing our authority to creation, because our authority is never, it's never about condemning, judging, criticizing, or putting shame on, or mistreating or punishing anybody in any way. Our authority is for setting people free. God's righteous judgment is not about condemnation and punishment. It's about bringing freedom and liberation from those who are suffering from punishment and judgment. And so righteous judgment isn't about God pouring out His wrath and condemning people. God's wrath and His righteous judgment are about setting people free from the things that are judging them and the things that are punishing them, whether it's sickness, whether it's shame, whether it's condemnation, whether somebody's judged them, criticized them.
Wrath means passion.
Wrath means His intense passion to see you free. Mm-hmm. His intense passion for His love to see you free, and for you to be able to receive love and to come out from the judgment and the condemnation that's on you or attacking you. But it's never God's condemnation. It came from Adam's fall. It came through the fall of man and what Adam believed when he fell from God and fell from that relationship, and he brought judgment upon himself. It wasn't God that brought judgment on Adam. It was Adam that brought judgment on himself. He condemned himself. He was ashamed, and he ran and he hid from God. And God, who is love, there can't be condemnation and judgment in love, because God is love, and perfect love doesn't have condemnation or judgment in it. Perfect love is always selfless. It's giving. It's wanting to free you. It's wanting to help you. It's wanting to liberate you. It's wanting to deliver you. It's wanting to bless you. And so God's wrath has always been His intense passion to see you free from the things that are judging you and from the condemnation that you've suffered in because of what you inherited from Adam and that nature, that fallen nature that you inherited. So a lot of times we get born again and we don't realize that our minds need to be restored, and that we don't need to listen to those condemning thoughts and those judgmental thoughts. We don't need to listen to the thoughts that want to punish us or criticize us or make us feel unworthy because of some kind of performance or actions that we've done, because God's grace and God's mercy come to us not out of a response to what we do and not out of a response to our performances. His love and His grace and His mercy come to us because God is love. And love is not selfish. It's not looking to please Himself. He's looking to please us. He's looking to help us and to free us. And so we need to understand the gospel. We need to understand what Christ has done for us and how He's restored our authority of sons of God, and how He's given us this Holy Spirit and this union with God where now we have His nature living in us. We have a whole new nature. We have a divine nature where we are now living a Christ life, where we're in Him and He's in us. And there's a oneness that's inseparable and a union that can't be separated. And we just need to be aware of what He's done, not what He's done for us, but what He's done to us, what He's done in us. It's not about what God gives you and what He does for us. It's about what He's done in us and how He's changed us and how He's transformed us and given us this new nature and restored this union and this power and this authority that He's always desired for us to have. Because when you're governed by love, there's nothing selfless in it. When you realize that your true nature, your real nature in God is love, there's no selfishness in it. There's no condemnation and judgment for other people in it. There's no condemnation for yourself. There's no criticism of yourself or other people. Because when you realize that He's transformed your spirit and transformed your nature and made you love as He's loved, because now you're one with Him, then all you want to do is be who you are. And walking in this authority and this power, it doesn't mean you go around trying to dominate people or dominate things. It means that love rules and love governs, and you go around using your authority and your power in love to set people free from the condemnation and the corruption of sin that has hurt so many people and has just ruined so many lives. Mm-hmm. But that's what we've been given is just this new nature that's rooted in the core of who we are, it's love. And love can set people free, and it's by the power of the Spirit, and it's by an understanding of the authority that's been restored to humanity through what Christ has done, as we're now sons and daughters. And so that's my little message about preaching the gospel to all creation, because creation is waiting to respond to your understanding of who you are and the authority you've been given. And creation is groaning to be restored as well. Creation is groaning to be liberated and set free from the fall and the judgment that came through Adam's sin and man's fall. And so you can speak to creation, and you could speak to your bodies when you're feeling sick or hurt, and you can declare the gospel and the good news of what God has done for you and what Jesus has accomplished, and your body will respond because it's groaning, waiting to receive that message and waiting for whatever it's suffering from to be liberated from it as the message is preached and as the gospel is declared. So bless you. Be happy.